Hey guys, Spice here, and I'm coming at you with, basically the future of browser-based dueling systems. Dueling Nexus, unlike Dueling Book, has already put out an alpha. Maybe they felt pressured by Dueling Book because they have a nice cool title screen when you go to duelingbook.com with some links to their social medias. So they were like, whoa, they're so far ahead, man. We gotta put out an alpha. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. But yeah. So duelingnexus.com does have an alpha out. You're not missing much in the login screen. It's really basic. They have a nice background with some glyphs and stuff, and then you got like your big name and stuff over here. This is the news page that you're going to enter when you log in immediately. And basically, it just says things like we're fixing stuff, and now you can see cards because before you couldn't. And then we're adding backgrounds because, as you'll see in the future, there aren't backgrounds to certain things. And how it's going to crash, lag, there are going to be bugs, all that stuff because it's an alpha. So let's head over to the profile first. You get your basic stuff like you did back on DN. They added some stuff, obviously, because cards have been released since DN went down, right? Like this. You know? And so I'm Cyber Dragon because it's my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh card. If you have a problem with that, then you're kind of a dick. So now you have rank statistics. Ranked isn't coming out until after they've already finalized everything, so I don't know why this is here or needed. Whatever. You have decks area. You can go, you have your decks. You can edit, rename, copy, delete. You can import files from RDK, or you can just create one from scratch. When you open anything in Dueling Nexus, whether it be a duel or decks, it opens it in a new tab. There's no background in anything that opens in a new tab because they haven't perfected a way to, I don't know, get it to work where you have a background in a new tab. But anyway, basic search bar, there's no like, I need a level 8 or I need a rank 4 that's a dark and a fiend or anything like that. You have to know the name of the cards. For some odd reason with the hyphens, they can't just auto-read hyphens. You have to start like typing it out more or whatever to get the cards you want. But for some odd reason at the same time, it overlooks spaces. So like Rose Archer comes up when you type in search, because obviously there's an SE at the end of Rose and an ARCH at the beginning of Archer. So it overlooks the space, but like with the hyphen you need to elaborate for some reason. I don't know, that's just the way it does. Just like Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro Dev Pro, once you find the cards you want, you right click it to put it in, and you need to drag to your sideboard. Pretty basic. Then you have your duel area. You can host a duel over here. If you do, you just, ready up after you pick your deck. You start. You have 240 seconds. All this is unchangeable, all that game info. But you have 240 seconds. This guy readied up. I feel like a dick now, but his name has dick in it, so I feel less like one. Or you could just join one that has like no second player's name and says it hasn't started or whatever. You can join one of those as well. Next, I'm going to show you a highlight from my stream where I found some pretty major bugs in the actual system itself. Things that the reason why they're bugs is because they're trying to make Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro Dev Pro into a browser-based thing. So this is going to be muted. I'm going to be commentating over it. You're going to see my big, beautiful face behind me. And you're going to see a little bit of my top bar. It's going to happen. But the reason why is because I swore a bit during this just because I swear on stream. Obviously, YouTube is a safe place where, people can go and get away from swearing. Yeah, man, because we all need a safe place. Anyway, and the song I was listening to is one of like the only 2 songs in 99 Lives that is blatantly obvious swearing. Just happened to be on during this highlight. It's unfortunate. Either way, so basically Seraphonite's in attack mode because I have Balls of Steel and I have a Snow and Graveyard that I planned on getting rid of my Seraphonite with anyway. Gamma Seal's on board because he tributed my Omega for it because he's not a nice person. So obviously you've seen that I was getting response windows with all of the effects activating, but now Comma 3 is going to be summoned. And I'm going to look really confused for a second here, and it's going to continue a bit until battle phase. Because realistically, it didn't give me a summon response window. I'm sitting here and I'm thinking maybe they did. I right-clicked over it. I don't know. Maybe it's there. But now, he's going to overlay for Utopia here. First off, I hate that overlay mechanic where it takes the cards, puts them into the extra deck somehow, puts them face down, and then puts them back underneath it. It's ugly. I mean, that's easily fixable, but it's still ugly. And yeah, it didn't give me a response window here, so now I'm just realizing I don't get a response window, which is huge because they don't have it default to auto-chain to every response window, because obviously there are all response windows, not everybody wants to do them, whatever, and nobody wants to right click through all of them, which is also obnoxious because you have a counting down clock, so if you have to right click it through everything, it's going to waste your clock for no reason. But you don't have any button to hold down either because you're on a browser. If you type A, it's going to go into chat. There's no way to auto chain. And it's the reason why DN never went that far, is to try to copy Dev Pro and Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro. So I don't get the respond to Utopia Lightning being summoned, and that's me going crazy behind me because I didn't get the respond to Utopia Lightning. I have a snowing graveyard, man. You know, and now it's going to give me a start step of the battle phase window after my opponent says he doesn't want to do anything. And I'm just like really confused. And now I go to activate Snow. The problem is you can't look at your extra, your materials, your graveyard, or your removed from play, or your opponent's, unless it's an open game state on your turn. So although you could see my graveyard blinking and it was clearly in there, my Snow, I couldn't activate it. It wouldn't let me get to it. So now Kama2 is going to kill my Seraphonite that wouldn't normally be there. He's going to search a Sujic, and then that Utopia Lightning that'd be face down because of my Snow. Yeah, it's gonna take my Minerva to Pound Town. I'm not gonna get my Minerva effect, and I'm not gonna get my Trick Clown effect. Amazing, right? Literally, the system handed my opponent the game. And if you saw any like little black bars coming, like right where my fingers are at any point, that's the chat. And it's basically first me saying it didn't give me a summon response window, like WTF. Then it's me saying, okay, now I can't look at my graveyard to activate Snow. That's me blinking out of it because I'm trying to get the hell out of here anyway. And then there's going to be a third one after basically the turn is about to end. And it's going to be me saying the system handed you this game because it does. Because my board gets cleared. When normally the best he could do is kill like my Snow or the Gamma Seal. Naturally. So it kind of stinks. It's expected, but it's because you can't use those hotkeys like on Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro and Dev Pro on the browser. Like F1 through F8, you can't use them. They're all browser commands. So like on Chrome, if you press F1, you're going to get your help bar. Like you're going to get a help page. You're not going to be able to look at your graveyard with that. So the problem is they tried to throw this into a system too quickly without fixing out how you're going to solve the hotkey problems, which is super huge in this case right here because it literally decided the game. See, there's the chat bar I'm talking about. And, I mean, I'm not upset. I mean, I know it's an alpha. I didn't expect it to be great. It's just me, like, being me, man. Just, like, what the heck's happening, you know? So now, obviously, as you can see, while it goes through my draw phase, standby phase, while those animations are going, my clock's going down. Just like in Hearthstone, where, like, if you have an animation, the clock still ticks or whatever. Just like Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro or Percy or whatever, instead of Dev Pro, the clock doesn't go back up. It just only counts down from 240. And as you can see, it's an open game state on my turn. I can activate a card in my graveyard. I have an Omega and a Snow in there that I can activate. When I go to activate in a second, Fusion I can't use, by the way. I used Norden last turn to make Omega. I'm going to activate here, and I'm going to, yeah, I can activate them now. There's a really big bar for 2 cards, and it makes it so you can't see the thing above me, the text box. So you actually have to click out of it to after you highlight it to read it, which is annoying. Fixable, but annoying. And I'm going to activate Snow, and he's going to either lose connection where it crashed for him, or he's going to walk away. I don't know. So that was really weird. And now, after I win, you'll see I'm highlighting it with the mouse up there on my highlight. The clock's still ticking down after I won. And I'm laughing because I'm really confused of what happens if that clock ticks down to 0. Do I win and lose? I don't know. But yeah, so this was the last game I played on this system, and the last game I'm going to play on this system until the alpha's done. To be honest, if it were me making this site, this wouldn't be an open alpha right now. It wouldn't. The fact that you don't have backgrounds, I mean, that's something simple, right? Like, that's something, like, you're not having card images before with the original, like, a day ago. Like, why? Like, why is it out that early? Did you feel pressure from Dueling Book to bring it out, or what? Because you could have had a closed alpha team where you literally get your buddies to play the game, It's not like you're twisting their arm and holding a gun to their head to do something like awful. You're telling them, hey, I want to play Yu-Gi-Oh on this site. I'll whitelist your name, whatever. Like IP, like it's super basic. Like I don't know. I don't think it should be out yet in alpha with as many bugs and problems as it does have. And this is again the problem that it gets from trying to bring a Yu-Gi-Oh Pro Dev Pro system onto a browser. It's the reason why DN never did it. And it's the reason why DN had success, because they never tried to go that far and tried to make it into Yu-Gi-Oh Pro Dev Pro. They did their own thing. Granted, it created an admin system and all that stuff that people might have complained about at times, like they're not doing stuff automatically, whatever. But it stopped it from having problems like this. So obviously, if you want to try it for yourself, get your own opinions of what Dueling Nexus is, it's duelingnexus.com. The link will be down in the info section below. And try it out. If you want, leave a comment down below of what you think of Dueling Nexus, whether you're going to wait till it's gone farther along, whether you're going to play on it anyway, regardless of any bugs or whatever. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Later. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button. If you want to see more videos, head on over to my channel and hit subscribe while you're there. I do stream live 5 to 6 days a week over on twitch.tv. I mostly stream Yu-Gi-Oh! And Overwatch, but also stream some other games as well. The link to that, along with all my other social media links, are down in the info section right below. Check those out. Hit the follow, like, subscribe buttons over there, and I'll catch you guys later.